Now, this door is open. You are going to get everything you don't want. And you're going to come back and say, oh, my God, it's so-and-so again.
No.
I know how this is going to go.
I'm going to have to come back and be like, Scott, you were right.
Yeah.
Why did I not listen to you?
I try to look out for you in these.
Words that I never want to utter.
And it's okay.
Scott,
I get
you were
it.
right.
But I'm just trying to look out for you, and you don't listen.
It's the Scott and Alley Not for Air podcast. The rules are gone. The shirt is untucked. Here's Scott and Alley.
I've realized something.
Yeah.
You're the person that even when I give you solid advice, you're not going to listen. And it proved itself again today.
I've heard this before. My significant other says this all the time.
Yeah.
He's like, you're going to do what you want to do anyway.
I appreciate talking to you about it because God knows we talk about everything, right?
It doesn't mean that I've never taken your advice.
No, but
It just means I'm not going to take your advice every single time.
Yeah, but this was sound advice. Let me explain here on the Scott and Alley Not for Air podcast.
This makes me laugh so much.
I want to be clear in case the person that I'm about to talk to. No, I'm not talking to you. I'm about to talk about you. But if I do talk about you, I don't want it to come across that I find you to be a disgusting human that is annoying. Please don't take it that way.
That's a lot.
It is a lot.
That's harsh.
I really want to be clear that when I mention about this, and by the way, this person in previous podcasts has been talked about a bit. We know somebody that we used to be connected with who, let's just say, is a lot of personality. We're a lot
more than us.
Yes, I was just about to say it. We're a lot of personality. They're a lot of personality. And they also like to run an OnlyFans page and have more than one time sent things to other people that we work with, and you, not me, thank God, of things that they're doing on their OnlyFans page. Now listen, there is a flavor for every ice cream lover, if you understand that statement, okay?
Oh, I totally do. We talked about that. Like, I'm not a key lime pie ice cream person, but my significant other is. So when he tries to give me a bite, it's not hitting for me.
And it sometimes can create a pretty visceral reaction, especially in me, where I'm just like, I don't think this person is in any way, shape, or form attractive. And actually,
or your flavor.
Or flavor. Yes, that's a nice way to put it. But they also, part of the reason for it is they put too much of themselves out there where, like myself, I like the impression. This is just a my flavor thing, just so you know. I like the impression that you've got a level of innocence, but you might be real freaky behind closed doors. This person just wants the world to know they'll pretty much take a sledgehammer to the cooter. It's whatever it is, I mean, whatever.
Talk about a pounding.
Yeah, exactly. So they're right out there. All right, to each his own. There's flavors for everybody.
One other thing about the ice cream thing is, like, when you take a taste, like when I took a taste of
something I'll never do with her.
Right. But when you take a taste of like the key lime, it's ice cream. So it's like kind of good because it's ice cream, but you're like, I don't hate it.
Before the end of the podcast, remind me to tell you the ice cream joke. It's filthy.
Oh,
and
I can't
think
wait.
The first time that I've ever actually said it out, in a recorded situation. It's great, but it's filthy.
Not your flavor of person. Got it.
No. And actually, it's a person that a lot of people in our circle have said, oh, they're back at posting that again too. And, it's just become a lot, right? Well, then here's where the advice comes in. Ellie runs into said person at a location.
Yes.
And I don't know how much I should give away in case they put it together.
The interaction was so brief because I was occupado. So it wasn't where I could really have a conversation with them. And plus they were just walking by. Mm-hmm. And here's exactly what it sounded like. Oh my God, hi, how are you? Okay, hi. And it was just like, because they were literally walking and they were going to another destination, it was, okay, hi, bye.
Okay, it was quick.
And that's all it was.
Thank God it was you.
And she goes, and she said, oh, I know her. I know you. Hi, how are you? Okay, that was it.
Yeah, she knows you. She worked with you for quite a period of time.
No, but saying, because she was being escorted by somebody else, saying like, like I know her. Yes,
okay.
yeah.
Either way, it's a good thing you were in that interaction, because I'd have looked at her and been like, oh, hi, how are you? Didn't recognize you with clothes on. So, at any rate, Allie goes, I think I'm going to text said person. I go, don't do it. Don't do it. Because she's also that type of person. Now I've let it out that it's a she. I think that was obvious. The minute that door opens, that door swings open hard and you're screwed. You're stuck. That person now knows I got an back in for lots of conversation. We're now best friends again. Well, come to find out, I'm in a meeting. Allie goes, I tried texting said person and it was the wrong number, which means they've changed their number. Yeah, somebody else has it.
And didn't tell me, so obviously we're not that good of friends.
Right. And I said, that's a good thing. That's really a good thing that you tried texting and they said, not the right person, because the door remains closed. Why do you do this to yourself? I told you, I said, don't text because it's going to open a door that you're going to get annoyed with and I'm going to hear about it. And you tried.
I don't know if I'd be annoyed, but
Oh, it would hit.
Sometimes I think that you just kind of you have a glass. Okay, let's say we have a glass. We both have a glass. And you have your friends, your Terry, you have your significant other, you have your kids. So your glass starts getting filled up with those things, right? Like that's Scott's glass. Allie's glass might look a little different. Mine might be, my significant other. And then it might be my community involvement, or it might be something like that. So my glass is kind of full too. I also have a really awesome group of friends.
Yeah.
So my glass kind of gets full with that. So it is kind of
whether you were looking for a full drink or not.
not that I'm saying I can never accept a new friend, but I'm just kind of full on the glass right now. My schedule is very full. And so maybe it's not the time to connect with this person because I can't put any more water in the glass.
Were you really expecting to ever go hang with this person? What was your purpose for doing it? Were you just trying to look nice?
No, it's not that I was trying to look nice, but it was, I texted them, oh, what were you doing at the same location that I was at?
And you were hoping that it would end with a quick explanation. Thank baby Jesus that number changed, because it wouldn't have ended with a quick one. It would have been like, oh, I was doing this. And then that person would have tried to keep the conversation going with, oh, so what are you doing here? Oh,
we should hang out.
So we should hang out. And then it's trying to make plans. And then you're going to get a titty shot. She's going to send it to you. Yeah, it's going to happen. Or the link to it. It would have. That's the person.
I'm not your titty friend.
Well, you would have gotten it either way, because one of our colleagues is not her titty friend, and he was getting the links, and it was, they don't know there are people that know their limits, and there are people that don't. This person never knows their limits. Again, not a bad person, a nice person, but you got to be prepared. It's going to be all encompassing, and just thank your lucky stars that you didn't have the right number.
It's me being so nosy as to why they were in the same location as I was, because I'm not used to seeing them in this location. Now you're going to hate this even more.
It would have bitten you in the ass.
So wait, no, you're going to hate this even more, because after I got the message back saying, no, who are you? And so obviously they changed their number. Mm-hmm. What did I do? I went to that person's social and said, hey, what were you doing? I, for some reason, need the answer as to why they were there in the location that I was not expecting them to be there.
Now, this door is open. You are going to get everything you don't want. And you're going to come back and say, oh, my God, it's so-and-so again.
No.
I know how this is going to go.
I'm going to have to come back and be like, Scott, you were right.
Yeah, I know.
Why did I not listen to you?
Because I try to look out for you in these.
Words that I never want to utter.
And it's okay,
Scott,
I get
you were
it.
right.
But I'm just trying to look out for you, and you don't listen.
I haven't even told my significant other about that yet. Maybe I told him that I ran.
I promise you, I know his reaction. He's going to be like, "You did what?"
I think I told him that I ran into the person. I didn't say anything about texting the person, because that all unfolded while we were here, and I haven't talked to him yet. And I think you're right. He would say the same thing. He would say, you don't need that right now in your life.
Ever. Correct me if I'm wrong. Your significant other, I had a similar visceral reaction to some of the content that this individual puts out, which is, I don't want to see that, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. There it is. There it is. Yep. I'm already right without even you having to tell me I'm right.
Now I want to hear the ice cream joke.
Wait, now? Or do you want to go somewhere else first?
No, we were talking about the ice cream, so I want to hear the joke.
This is filthy. All right.
Oh, I can't wait.
Not for mixed ears. When I say mixed ears, I mean younger ears too. So this guy walks into, like one of those Baskin Robbins style ice cream shops, where they have all the flavors, like everything you could get, right?
Yes.
And guy walks up to the counter and he goes, "Hey man, how you doing?" And the guy's like, "Oh, good. What can I get you?" He goes, I see you got all the flavors. It says you have everything here. And he goes, "Yeah, I got, we pretty much, if you want it, we got it." Guy goes, "All right, you got pistachio?" "Absolutely." Not an easy one to find at an ice cream place, by the way. I see you got chocolate. You got this. Guy goes, "I got a flavor you don't have." Guy goes, "Dude, it's like a Baskin Robbins 53 flavors. I got everything."
Isn't it 31?
He goes, "You don't have pussy flavored ice cream." Guy goes, "Really?" He goes, "Wait here a second." Takes 2 scoops of vanilla, goes in the back, drops his pants and takes a deuce in the ice cream, mixes it around, comes back out. Guy goes, "Here, try this." Guy takes a taste of it. He's like, "Oh, it tastes like shit." Guy behind the counter goes, "Yeah, you took too big of a lick." I told you it was filthy.
I love a great joke like that.
I told you it was filthy.
That's so funny.
I apologize if anyone thought I was a bigger person than that joke.
No, we didn't. We absolutely did not think that.
We started using the analogy of ice cream and that popped into the old
Isn't
head.
it funny how there's certain jokes that you will remember for the rest of your life?
Oh, that's an old joke.
Yeah,
yes.
and it'll always, when you're talking about ice cream, it's always going to come up.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. All right, what's the other thing?
All right, let me ask you this. How often do you do game nights?
Not as often as I would like. Unfortunately, I feel like our schedule doesn't allow it too often. I have a girlfriend. She does this, I want to say, every other week. Her and another couple get together for a game night. And I want the person's house that they go to, I want to go too.
Well, my question comes down to, are you willing to cheat if you're losing while playing a game, a recreational game of some kind? Like, are you willing to, let's say, cheat a little bit? I can always use Uno as a great example because nobody really knows. Everybody has like a house rule of Uno.
Oh, I was thinking just looking at somebody else's cards.
Well, sure. Are you willing to cheat if you know things are sliding away and you know that you're like, I could cheat my way out of this?
I've got an answer for you.
Okay.
At first, no. I'm very much a rule follower. It's so weird. My personality, I don't even understand my own personality because in life, I'm pretty much a rule follower, right?
Yep.
But I also love to break the rules. There are times that I just love breaking a rule.
Yeah.
I like to be adventurous. I want to sneaking into a concert. That's one where, maybe not sneaking in, but I have.
So what we're hearing is you'll commit a felony, but you won't cheat at Uno.
Right. I've told story after story where I've gotten to the front row at concerts.
Oh, sure.
And I will do that knowing that I bought row 58, but weasel my way to the front. That's one of those breaking the rule things that I'm willing to do. When it comes to games, at first, I'm hard in. I want to know the rules. Okay, I'm going to follow the rules. We're good. Then once it gets to the end of the night and I'm done with the game, that's when I'm willing to cheat.
You're going to go cheating at that point.
Let's wrap it up.
This Cards Against Humanity must end.
Oh my God. Oh, I got something about that too in a second.
Well,
but I want to know your answer.
Yes, I absolutely would.
I knew it.
Yeah, but I'm going to do it slick. I'm not going to, I don't want to. It's easier with kids, but you shouldn't with kids. Also, you shouldn't let your kids win just to let them win. Little side note to life. Your kid's not always going to win, and they should probably realize at some point, life's not always catering to me. But the results of this come down to this. There might be some lies. 3% of people say always they'll cheat to win.
Even from the beginning? Like from the beginning, I feel like you got to pretend that you care about the end of this game.
I agree with you on that because 10% say often, sometimes 41%. That's a very honest answer. I think 41% of people admitting that sometimes they're willing to cheat while playing a recreational game. Yeah, I think that's a really honest answer. You gave a great example.
Yes.
Rarely 26%. That should be a lower number.
My cousin Melina is a 0%. She's so competitive. She hates when people cheat or if they don't follow the rules to the T. And then she'll be like, no, she'll get up. She's one of those people that would literally flip the table. Oh. No, yes, she does not like cheating whatsoever.
Okay, I'm not going to cheat to try to like swindle you out of large sums of money. I mean,
but aren't you going to cheat to wrap up the night?
Yeah, that kind of might be where it is. You know, I might. And there's a lot of things you cannot cheat at, but there are certain things you can. You know,
because it does. Every game night gets to a point where you're like, okay, we're good here. We're good, right? We're good here.
We're good here.
Speaking of Cards Against Humanity. Zach and I were just talking about this game last night. And I said to him, I don't even know how it came up, but I said to him, there is a card in Cards Against Humanity that for some reason the Payne family, once you lay that down, that wins. The card is, and I'm not making fun, I promise you this, it's only for fun. The card is AIDS.
Ooh.
So anytime somebody puts down the AIDS card, you win. You win.
Wow.
And it's funny because he was saying that an ex of his, their friend group had the same thing, but the card was the bigger, blacker cock.
It's like a wild card. It's an instant win.
Yes, that every single time. And he goes, and it could have been Hitler's left hand, could have been the better choice in the Cards Against Humanity round. But if somebody put down bigger, blacker cock, that...
It is an ender right there. You know, I mean, where do you go from there?
Lays me out for sure.
See what you did there.
Yes.
Took too big of a lick.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh.
Well, it's meeting time. Off we go.
I know. I'm sorry. This is such a short podcast. This is like a mini pod.
That's okay. You guys take this for now. It's been busy.
We forgot to tell you at the beginning this was going to be more of a mini pod.
Yeah, sometimes good things come in small packages, except for the bigger blacker cock.
That's right.
Well, that was fun. Wasn't that fun? That was fun. Do us a favor, will you? Subscribe. Share the Scott and Alley Not for Air podcast. Touch our buttons. We know you want to.